back to another episode of Laura's Lessons. I just want to thank each and every one of you who are new subbies. Thanks so much for subscribing. I hope that we're able to grow together. For all those who have been with me from before, just want to thank so much for coming back once again. So today, as per the topic, we're going to be talking about why is it that when men cheat, it's not taken so seriously, vis-a-vis when women cheat, it's a whole other type of thing. And I was like, since we're in the month of February, it's the month of love, it's the month of relationships. I was like, let me follow through with another relationship related topic. Like I also did the one before was on toxic relationships. I'm going to link it up here or up here, I don't know. And so I was like, let's talk about it. And I actually got this topic from our One Tribe youth. Shout out to One Tribe youth, to my church group youth. And we're speaking about just, one day after church, one Sunday after church, we're just sitting in a group and we're literally asking ourselves this question. Why is it that when a man cheats, the world does not? It's fine, there'll be backlash, but not so much vis-a-vis when a woman cheats. And, there are so many excuses or justifications. Men will be men, sex to them don't mean nothing. It's just physical. So, you shouldn't take it seriously. Or sometimes what we say here in Kenya, si bwanako anarudi nyumbani kila siku, shida yako ni nini? Si analala kwako, shida yako ni nini? As in, which means those who are international, that as long as your husband is coming back home, girl, like, what's your problem though? Like what's your problem? And I'm like, should that really be the way that we think? So actually, we're going to pray first before we start this off. Let's pray. Almighty God, I just want to thank you so much for this opportunity, for this platform, Almighty God, for both me and for those who are watching, that we're able to learn, God, about ourselves and also about you, God, and we're able to live this life the way you want us to live, oh God. Because the world will say another way, and the word and your word will say another thing, oh God. But we know that we should stand on your solid and firm ground, which is your word, which is indeed on you. God, I hope that this word is able to get to your children, able to make an impact in their lives, able to make a change, able to make some conviction in their hearts, oh God, so that they may be able to grow stronger in you, Almighty Father. In Jesus' name we do pray and believe. Amen. Amen. So once again, as I said, we're going to be talking about why is it when men cheat is not taken as seriously compared to when women cheat. First of all, cheating is wrong. Period. It's totally wrong. But you'll hear if like, yeah, cheating is wrong, but like, if a man cheats, it's not so serious. Like, you just chill. And I actually want to challenge that today, based on an analogy that God gave me a while back. And I really just want to take a bit to just shout out to God, because like He gives me such amazing analogies, and I feel as if they like relate to parables, how Christ himself used to give parables back in them days, because he would say it in a way that he would want those other guys to understand. But sometimes when the disciples do not understand, but so where do I want to start? I'm going to start by saying, so the analogy is, let me actually direct this to guys especially. If you as a guy, have a PS4 at home or an Xbox, or you have this car and you really love that car and you cherish it with all that you are, and you've really worked hard for it, you've really worked hard for it, you do all that you can do to protect it and all. So it can be a PS4, it can be your Xbox. It can be that one. Just think about that one thing that you cherish so much, so much that even your wife knows. Please note that I'm speaking in the context of husband and wife, which means I'm speaking in a marriage context. So let's say you do have this thing. You just think about that one thing that you know very well that you cherish a lot, and even your wife knows just how much you cherish it. All right. And so one day, let's say you're not home, or you are, I don't know. Then some guy comes home and he tells your wife, hey, give me Nani's PS4, give me Nani's Xbox, give me Nani's keys to his car, and your wife just gives it, whatever it is. How would you feel though? How would you feel? And if you think about it, it's the exact same thing. So like you'd be hurt, because first of all, it's like you feel as if a part of you has been given away. What will also hurt you more is the fact that you know very well that your significant other, your spouse, your wife, actually knew how much you loved and you cherished whatever this thing was, yet she still went ahead to give it out. Tell me how you would feel. Or even for us as women, like, it could be that 20,000 Kenyan shilling week. Probably 20,000 isn't a lot of money today. I don't know anymore. I don't know. But just think about that one thing that you cherish a lot. Then your husband gives it away to another woman. You'll honestly feel as if a part of you has been taken away. True or not false? And as much as it's been given away, you'd also be very much hard to actually know that your significant other knew how much this thing meant to you, yet they still went ahead and gave it out. And it's the exact same thing. Like, you do realize that the basis of this sin especially is on selfishness. You know very well that it's going to hurt your significant other, yet you still go ahead and do it because you just felt like it. Because you knew it doesn't mean so much to me, so might as well just give it out. But I actually get to realize, for women, sex is actually more of an emotional thing before it becomes physical. For men it can go straight up to physical, and it doesn't really matter much to them. For us here in Kenya, we usually say for women, sex for them, or even for them to be ready for sex rather, is like they're treated like a stove. The distance for kitambo, you would like pepeta, just like blow and all, so that you try and like make the fire come up. Vis-a-vis a man who's like a jiko, just and the fire is up there, so for them, like, it's faster, or rather for them, they're ready for sex like almost any day. I don't know. I feel like that's really hilarious, but probably it's true. So, and like, you just tell me how you would feel rather if that was the case. So I feel as if you really need to stop using those analogies of, for men, if a man is just sex, like, it really doesn't mean much. It doesn't really mean so much to them. That doesn't mean that it doesn't mean so much to your wife. So you shouldn't just, and then that's another, like, you're just, at this moment in time, you're just not your own. So by the time you're actually laying down with someone else, you're actually giving a part of just not only you, but of your spouse to someone else. That's exactly how it feels when you're that PS4, your Xbox is taken. You feel as if a part of you has been given out to someone else. And that's like really, really painful. And you actually get to realize that the most pain is not the fact that it has gone away, but the fact that this person actually knew how much it meant to you, yet they still went ahead and gave it out. So I really hope that we'll be able to change our mindset on some of these things. I really hope that, according to Romans 12 verse 2, I'm so sorry for the noise. Romans 12 verse 2, we'll be able to, understand that, we're not supposed to be conforming to the ways of this world, but we're transformed, in our minds. And to be more, and to reject the ways of the world and conform to the ways of the word. I feel like that's going to be so important, and I really hope that this message is going to be able to help you. If you know people, someone who would actually benefit from this message, please don't hesitate to share. And thanks so much for coming back, and I hope that I will see you next time. Goodbye.